The Department of Correctional Services, accompanied by the South African Police Service, have descended upon the Matatshe Correctional Centre in Thohoyandou, conducting a thorough search and raid of the premises. The operation, which has just begun, aims to root out contraband, including drugs, cell phones and electronics that have been smuggled into the prison. Over 100 officials have been deployed to assist in the search. Our reporter, Koketso Motau, is at the scene and he joins us live. Koketso, a very good evening to you once again. You've been there throughout the course of this evening, watching officers really just trying to root out contraband. What have they found as the search operation continues?
Well, thank you so much, Mbo, and good evening to you and good evening to the viewers. Indeed, we've been here since, around 8 o'clock. We arrived here and the police and members of the South African Correctional Services have been, raiding these prison cells, trying to get those contraband. And indeed, I can tell you that in the past 2 hours, they've managed to, confiscate cell phones. They've managed to confiscate dagga and other illegal, contraband that are actually, actually hidden in these prison cells. But I want to also speak to the commissioner of the South African Correctional Services to find out actually what did they find during this raid. And Tubakal is joining me here on SABC News. Thank you so much for joining us. You are about to wrap up with your raid today. Just take us through, what did you find thus far?
We are not about to wrap up. You are about to wrap up. We are still continuing with the search. No, we have 23 cell phones. Obviously, and the accessories, chargers and headphones, and then we have dagga. So far what it shows is that this because now we did 2 sections. We did the single cells section. This side is the single cells section, and we are from remand. They're still sentenced. That's why I was saying we're still going to go there. So here you have a lot of dagga, which shows that there's a specialization with dagga here. And you find it in 2 forms. You find it in a package that is bigger, and you find it in small packages that are actually arranged into small plastic bags, basically meaning that now they will be prepared to be sold. So there are 2 things there. You have the dagga, and then you have nice packaging that obviously has got a price on it. So it means these plastics are coming in. As the dagga is coming in, the packaging is also coming in. They are being prepared, for selling. So this is something that is continuous. And the reason why we do these searches is to stop. But also, dagga is different. There's different. So when you see a particular type, you can link it to the source if you do more, investigative work. And that's why we do this searches with the police, because our combination, working together, we don't only deal with what we see here, we deal with the whole value chain from the source.
Did you manage to, get any dangerous items here, particularly knives and other dangerous stuff that could be, hidden around this prison?
Well, they are sharp objects, not necessarily knives, because offenders, what they normally do, they will take any piece of metal, even if it's wood, whatever that they can sharpen, that they can use. They even use toothbrushes. So whatever they can sharpen that they can use use as a weapon, they do so. So we found some few sharp objects that we confiscated.
And then we understand that these items are actually prohibited. And how are they getting into these cells? Did you get any information from the officials?
Well, that's part of the investigation moving forward, but there are different forms. It's either they are smuggled by officials, it's either they are smuggled, like from the remand section. I indicated that there's high movement, there's a high mobility, so they go to court, they come back with some of this. And then thirdly, they do get visits, especially the sentenced, during holidays, over the weekends, like tomorrow. It's a Saturday, so they will get a visit, and if we are not vigilant there, there are some members of the public who would succeed in bringing contrabands in. It is a risk for us and a risk for them. A risk for us in the sense that we end up with this being used, inside, and they affect the rehabilitation program. It's a risk for them because when we catch them, they end up joining the population of offenders or inmates that we have in our facilities.
So what are you going to do with these cell phones? Because we see there are quite a number of cell phones and a router I can see there. What are you going to do with them, particularly maybe in trying to crack some of the cases?
Well, to start with, we get to link a contraband or a cell phone to an inmate. Secondly, we get them to open them. They have to give us the passwords, and then we take it from there in terms of analyzing the information that is there. Who has been called, who has called, messages, WhatsApp messages, any other information that is the files. We go through all that.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us here on SABC News. That is the National Commissioner of the Correctional Services, and Matatshe, just taking us through what they managed to confiscate here. I'm going to move out from the camera to allow my camera colleague, Reneilo Mohali, to actually zoom in and show you some of the contraband that were actually found in this prison. And also, I can tell you that the number of cell phones that have been, confiscated here are quite staggering. And you can tell that these people are also managed to, communicate with other people outside these prison cells. They are also managing to, facilitate or move information from the prisons to the outside world. So these are some of the things that have been confiscated here. And the operation at this Matatshe Correctional Centre is currently continuing with officials working to uncover any remaining contraband and also to ensure that the prison remain a secure and safe environment for both inmates and the staff here. As you have already heard from the commissioner there, that these prisoners are also using sharp objects. So it's very concerning that those sharp objects can be used perhaps to injure other inmates in this particular correctional center. But for now, Paul, we are going to wrap up here, and I'm going to get back to you in studio. And this is the information that we got from the commissioner here.